And thank you, Coach. We are across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Philadelphia Eagles and the New York Giants. This is taken at the 3. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30.
My name, huh? You ready? S-T-R-O. I ain't come to play with you. Life challenging, but I wouldn't trade with you. It's early, I'm up. I can't spend the day with you. I'm out in my business. I ain't getting paid with you. My color bright. I ain't finna fade with you. Man, I gotta come clean like a man with you. I've been on my everybody drop when I drop. Look at shorty, she support ride. Lifting up, never not on my grind. New York City time. Another brother better, you will never find. I've been in my bag like groceries. Competition shouldn't take shots, take notes, please. Reporting live from the winning side. Ready try, keep a different vibe. Is you down the ride, never tired. You will never know, you ain't never tried. Work it out, hit the gym, hit the field, hit the win. Hey yo, I need that. Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard, on the job, you can see that. On my hit is real good.
All right, Coach, we welcome everybody to the Garden State. EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Philadelphia Eagles and the New York Giants. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go. Set. 60 or.
Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Come get some.
Hey.
Get some.
Let's go.
A first carry for Kenyon Drake. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
SOS. Six guys. Check down.
Running from the shotgun with Drake. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
Hey, get it.
Now Jones on 3rd down. And Ingram holds it in. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Well, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point that continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. They'll run with Drake. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down.
Yep.
Now Jones. The pass complete. It's Bird. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 25-yard line. And on this first drive, looks like they want to get that vertical passing game going early.
And they did, and what a warning shot they just fired. If you're not going to back up and play coverage deep, we're going to attack you all game long. And once you adjust to that and you start to back off, then that opens things up underneath. A really nice start for them. Great way to get the game going.
On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And credit the tackle to Derek Barnett.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
10 yards, good for a Giant first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
So a solid run by Saquon Barkley and another 1st and 10 here. And he's got it. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Damiere Byrd, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Giants take it right down and score on the opening drive. Aldrich Rosas on for the extra point. Footing likely going to be an issue all night here on a rainy night, but this one is good. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. And to give this time to the tailback. And an alley to run. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That one good for 33 and a first. Right back to him on 1st down. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. A big pickup there for the Eagles' first down, 18 yards. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have you ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
Watch the crowd. Watch the crowd. Shoot. Watch the shoot.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. 5 in the secondary now for the Giants here on third.
Here we go. 14's the mic. 14's the mic. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Mike 14. Mike 14. Man, here we go.
Out of the gun, Dobbs. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. And they're going to get him down shy of the first at about the 13-yard line.
Okay, it's time for me to break out my thesaurus for that one. And I don't have anything. That was amazing. One-handed in this weather. I mean, you know the ball's got to be slick. But to be able to catch it and come down with it, what do they call that? The process of the catch? He completed it all the way through.
So, yes, it's only 3, but at least they're able to answer back after giving up the touchdown to start the game.
Yeah, I like the observation there because getting some points on the board, very positive for them. Feel a little bit better about things because if you don't score, you potentially have opened the door for them to score again, and then you're down 14.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complementary football. But, you know, I know I'm no brainiac, but you trade 6s for 3s, things are going to work out in your favor.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Bravo. Big rip.
They run with Howard. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the gun, it's Drake. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. Actually wrote that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they've wanted to, but I think we'll see more of as this game goes along because they want to continue to take care of that young QB.
Room here to run. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Saquon Barkley with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
But one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
On 2nd and 9, Dobbs flush to his right and complete to Zach Ertz. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A big pickup there for the Eagles' first down, 18 yards.
Okay, ready. Mike 14. Let's go, defense. Let's go,
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
2nd and 1 and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Ready? Right. Hey, let's get that horse. Mike 5. Hey, man.
On 1st and 10, Dobbs. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get this pretty close to the first down marker at the Giants' 36. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. It's a first down following a gain of 3.
That's about what you would expect since they're so efficient on picking up 3rd downs in the top 5 in the NFL. It's all a mindset, and I'm guarantee you it started in the offseason. 3rd down's important to them. They find a way to pick them up at a very good clip.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
We got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving. Mike 7. I'm on.
Off the play fake, here's Dobbs. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 12-yard line. On 1st down, Dobbs to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Josh Jackson. And nothing there on the return. They got the football, but they'll have to start this drive at their own 4-yard line.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him, because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. On 1st down, Drake. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Brought down by Nate Gehring.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much.
Hey, Alpha.
I hope you brought your lunch because I'm about to take you to school. Mike's 47. Mike's 47.
On 2nd and 9, Jones. Throw caught here by Bird. First down for the Giants as they pick up 12.
Let's go.
Gain of 12 yards. And the Giants first down.
Jones heading up here 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. From the gun, Jones. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
53's the Mike. 53.
Throwing, Jones. He'll get this into the hands of Bird. That one good for 26 and a first down.
A gain of 26 yards. That's good for a Giants
18 Gator.
Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up.
Jones throwing on first down. He's going to air one out. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Throwing here, Dobbs. Eluding the pressure right. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. This time they stay on the ground. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. A final shot before break. Dobbs nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. This is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the shotgun, here's Dobbs. He's got the hook up here to Deshaun Jackson. A gain of 6 there on first. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. And he connects with Ertz. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Zach Ertz, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call, but he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
And he's going to go down right at the line of scrimmage. The defense left him with nowhere to go, and the try for 2 is denied. Now after the touchdown, it's Lachlan Edwards to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Kill. 6-6, pull it high. Ready.
Jones now. From the gun, he'll throw. Open target here, Darius Slayton. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion.
51, matchbox, lights.
53, Mike. I got you, boy. Joker. 53 is the Mike.
Back
to throw. Jones. The tight end, Rhett Ellison with it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 11 and a Giant first down.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What did the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Jones, catch made by Slayton. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
We all love to have a home run hitter in the backfield, guy who can take it the distance. But in short yardage, trying to pick up first downs, that big guy, always a nice luxury to have, isn't it?
70, Indy.
Here we go, G.
They keep it with Barkley on first down. The 20. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. That one good for 33 and a first.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. Now Saquon Barkley, and he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his second touchdown of the night. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. A good, sustained drive there in this third quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right. Move.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
And an alley to run.
That's something we have not seen him do to this point, and that's take the ball, tuck it, and run.
Exactly right. His first carry of the game. I guess he picked a good time to do it.
He certainly did. Not only did he have the element of surprise, he's making sure he's judicious in taking off.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Alec Ogletree in on the stop.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
On 2nd and 9, Dobbs. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3.
Check 26, check 26.
To throw is Dobbs. And that is incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
On 4th down, Dobbs. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jamie Collins. And the Giants are going to get the football back. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. And across the midfield, stripe into Eagle territory. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. 2nd and 2. That's caught by Howard. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. That 2nd down play nets a -4.
Let's get it.
Looking to throw. Jones. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Malcolm Jenkins. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. Throwing again on second down. Dobbs. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I remember throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed.
Throwing on third and long. Dobbs. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. Well, they'll get 15, but that won't be nearly enough. It's fourth down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Here's Dobbs to throw. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. And no, it's incomplete. The Eagles unable to convert there on fourth. And the Giants are going to take over in great field position.
Let's go. 18 Gator.
Hey, I'm coming.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. That is now seven interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Flushed out right. He'll run it. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This will be 3rd and 6. Operating from the gun. Dobbs. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off near the 26. 30. Past the 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Giants. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
Rosas true blue on the extra point, and that will make this a 19-point game. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play too.
From the 29, Dobbs. Escaping the pressure right. He'll try and run it. He'll have a first down past the 40. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a first down.
It's our time. It's our time.
Dobbs looking to throw on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Throwing on second and long. Dobbs. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
Throwing on third and long. Dobbs. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
On fourth down, Dobbs. That's to his running back, complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down.
Single. Coming, baby. I'm coming, baby.
From the gun, Dobbs. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. 8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on third down. Operating from the gun, Dobbs. Flush to his right. He may try and run for this. But he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a first down. Throwing on first down. Dobbs. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
First and goal at the 6-yard line.
Let's go.
So a victory here for the men in blue, the New York Giants, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for the Giants, they move back over 500 at 3-2 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Cleveland Browns. Meanwhile, for the Eagles, the loss here will move them back to 500 at 3-3. And they'll try again next week at home against Philadelphia. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.